Hello everyone, welcome to the practical of science. So today we are going to study the identification of halides. So while performing this practical, first you should know what is the aim of our practical. So the aim of the practical is to identify the halides, that is the chloride, bromide and iodide ions. For this practical, the apparatus that you need is the 3 beakers which contain water, and in this water we are adding potassium chloride. See how to perform that. A beaker, add water to it and prepare the solution of potassium chloride. We have to take it and add potassium chloride to it. Now take care, while adding potassium chloride, stir it well, and you should not mix any chemical with each other. That is why I have kept it separate. So this is how I have prepared the solution of potassium chloride. Here I have prepared already potassium chloride solution. After that we will be preparing the solution of potassium bromide. The procedure is same. Take the beaker, water, we will be adding potassium bromide to it. Taking care, intermixing should be avoided. Stir it, keep it over here, and in the same way you have to prepare the solution of potassium iodide. Stir it. Now here we have prepared the 3 solutions. Now we need a test tube stand, test tubes, we need a test tube holder, we need a dropper and silver nitrate solution. Now to begin with the practical, take a test tube, clean test tube, and with the help of test tube holder, you add the first solution to this test tube. After adding the solution, now this is your silver nitrate. In this test tube we have added potassium chloride. Now take this is a dropper, silver nitrate, and add 2 to 3 drops of silver nitrate to it. The moment you add silver nitrate, you will find the white precipitate here. This white precipitate is nothing but it denotes, it shows the presence of chloride ions. So this is the first part where you have detected the presence of chloride ions. Now keep the test tube over here. Take the second test tube. In the second test tube, you add the second solution which contains potassium bromide. Now here is the potassium bromide. Now add again silver nitrate to it. The moment you add silver nitrate, you will find here light yellow colored precipitate. This light yellow colored precipitate denotes the presence of bromide ion. So this is the second part, the second radical you have detected. I will take this test tube and I will keep the test tube over here. Now take the third test tube. In the third test tube, you add the third solution, that is potassium iodide. This I will add to the test tube. So now take silver nitrate, add to this test tube. Now here we have taken, that is potassium iodide. You can see here a dark yellow colored precipitate which denotes the presence of iodide radicals. So in this way we have detected the 3 radicals. Now students, when you perform the practical, you have to take care that these solutions you are going to keep or just dispose it in one of the beaker. Don't throw anywhere because it may be hazardous. To protect the environment, we need a safe disposal, and you have to clean, wash your test tubes and dispose the chemicals in a proper way. So for today we have seen this. Now we will check the chemical reactions based on it. So students, now we will see how to represent this in your journal. So we are studying identification of halide ions, that is Cl minus, Br minus and I minus ions. So first, what you have to note down in your book, that is in your journal, to the right hand side on the ruled pages is aim to identify the presence of chloride, bromide and iodide ions, that is from the given salt. So first aim should be written in your journal. After aim, then you have to write the requirements. What are the requirements for performing our experiment? Already we have seen while performing the experiment, the same requirements you have to write in your journal. Test tubes, test tube stand, dropper, beaker, etc. Then you will write the chemicals needed for performing the experiment. What chemicals you need? The chemical that you need is silver nitrate solution, that is AgNO3 solution. Then solution of potassium chloride, potassium bromide and potassium iodide. After that you have to draw the table, that is observation table. In observation table we are having the first column, that is of test tube that is A, B and C. What reaction takes place in test tube A? That you have to note down here, reaction that is test. KCl plus AgNO3. What color we saw? The precipitate that was seen, it had white color. Then we come to the inference from that white color, that is chloride present. Cl minus ions are present. Then second test tube, the reaction was KBr plus AgNO3. The color that was developed, the precipitate which had the color was light yellow. So that indicates the presence of bromide, that is Br minus. The third test tube, that is the C test tube, we had Ki plus AgNO3, which developed a bright yellow color. You might have seen during the reaction, that indicates the presence of iodide ion, I minus present. Now when you have to show the chemical reactions. Now the chemical reaction you see here, you have to show all the 3 chemical reactions. KCl, aqueous. Now why do we write that aqueous? Because the solution is made in water. So wherever water is there, we write that aqueous. KCl aqueous plus AgNO3 aqueous. That gives you KNO3, that is aqueous, plus AgCl, that is solid. That means here potassium chloride plus silver nitrate gives potassium nitrate plus silver chloride, that is the precipitate. This is the white precipitate. So we have written here solid, small s. Same with the second reaction, KBr, potassium bromide, aqueous, plus AgNO3, aqueous, that is silver nitrate, which gives you potassium nitrate, aqueous, KNO3, aqueous, plus AgBr, silver bromide. the color is light yellow. And the last reaction, that is Ki, potassium iodide, aqueous. It gives you potassium, here Ki, aqueous, that is potassium iodide. AgNO3, silver nitrate, aqueous. It gives you potassium nitrate, aqueous, plus AgI, that is solid, silver iodide. It has a bright yellow color. So based on the color of the precipitate, we can identify the three radicals, that is Cl, Br and I. And finally, you have to write down the inference. What already we have written inference here, but one final statement, that is halide ions Cl minus, Br minus and I minus are precipitated in all the three reactions. And remember one thing, wherever precipitation has taken place, you indicate it by downward arrow. The downward arrow shows the precipitation has taken place. And you know, all the halogens, they belong to the same group, and hence they show the similar chemical reactions. So for today, it is only this much. See you in the next practical. Till then,